we end up with the group going down, but then Jesus showed up in the middle of the feast. Look at verse 14. Now about the midst of the feast, Jesus went up into the temple and taught. So he came after all. And the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned? How is he able to read? He didn't come through any of our schools. They have the two major rabbinical schools in that day, the school of Shammai and the school of Hillel. And Jesus isn't a graduate of either program. And they're shocked that he's able to be lettered, that he can read. Keep in mind, we don't know the exact, but many scholars put the estimates somewhere between 3 and 10% of the population is able to read. It's a very unusual capacity, and they're shocked that Jesus is in that elite group of literate people. And then he gives the answer, not directly to them, but veiled to his disciples, and I think for us today to benefit from. Look at verse 16 and 17. Jesus answered and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. It's almost as if to say, you went to the school of Hillel or Shammai, but I went to the school of him that sent me. My Father taught me what I need, and I'm not doing my own teaching. I'm not making anything up. Look at verse 17. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself. He's basically saying, put it to the test. You don't have to assume that I'm just making up these teachings. Do it, and then you'll learn whether it's of God or whether it's man-made. What a beautiful principle. You know, if we apply this to any doctrine or any commandment or any aspect of the gospel or church today, verse 17 is amazing because it becomes this opportunity for us to put the Lord to the test in an appropriate way to say, is the law of tithing just made up? Well, you can read about it, you can study other people's experience with it, you can become the world's expert on the law of tithing and still not fully know whether it's of God. Jesus's formula here is the way you really discover if a doctrine is of God is by doing it, not just by studying it.